Hello, thanks for joining me again. Right, so a little update on where I am now with this fan build. So I've got my electrics all more or less in. Obviously, all first fix, all done. Electrics, plumbing. I've got the shower marked out. I know exactly where that's going. I've done some carpeting. I've carpeted the doors here and some bits. So what I'm going to do today is make some benches to come on either side. So my plan is to have a very versatile bench, one which can fold down into a seat or can fold down into a bed, be used as seats and fold up into the wall as well. Now I'm going to have an elevated bed as well, which can come down as well. Yeah, but for now I'm just going to do the benches here. So the benches here are going to be in a couple of parts. I'm going to have a fixed bit that'll come out just beyond the wheel arch, and it'll enclose all the gubbins in here and the electrics on the other side. And then the outside part of the bench I'm going to have here, and then that will just flip up out of the way, and the legs, which will be on it, will be on hinges as well, and they'll just fall down, and the front panel as well. I'm making this up as I go along. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this, but this is the general plan at the moment, and so that'll be like that. Then there's also going to be, to make the bed part, I'll have a bit as well which can flip out this way as well, and obviously the same on the other side, and then they can all join then to make a bed. That's what I've got in my head. Not 100% sure how I'm going to do it. I'm sort of making it up a bit as I go along. But first things first, I'm going to make this fixed bit that's going to be here, and I'll have some sort of screen or something here to protect all the stuff here and all the electrics on the other side. So that's my first job. Now what I'm finding when I'm buying timber from Wicks is you've got to grade it then afterwards, because some pieces are just woeful, as in warped out of shape. So I can see straight away this piece down here, it's like a boomerang. So a piece like this top piece, I'll just use that for the smaller sort of offcut. So I need a couple of 21 centimeter long bits. I'll just use them off that bit. Yeah, so I just need to check all the wood beforehand and make sure it's all okay. I'll get to try out my new little pocket hole jig. I've never done pocket holes before, so if you're an expert carpenter coming onto the comments, please go gentle with me. Although why an expert carpenter would be coming on here watching me doing any woodwork is beyond me, but still, you do get them. People coming on that are experts in the field, but just come on just to see what other people do and berate them for not doing it the same as them. Is that right? Yes, that's right, I think. So that's not fast enough, is it? I think that's okay. And that'll just go on like so. So after a little bit of yabba dabba glue, time for a few screws. What I said about tradespeople and carpenters and so on coming on and berating other people's work, yeah, that does happen, but I'm well aware there's also those out there who are very, very helpful and come up with some very useful tips and advice when they see things aren't being done exactly right, and they are very welcome. But some people are just very rude and condescending and horrible. There we are. How's that? All right, well, it's time now to pack this away for today. I've been at this all day, and this is as far as I've got. But it'll be easier now to do the other side. I just need to copy what I've done here and put it the other side. So the hinges here have taken most time. That was quite a faff doing these. But the whole lot now just folds down. There'll be legs on the bottom which are going to be on hinges as well, so they'll fold up, and then there'll be ply attached to this, so the whole lot will fold out. I might try and figure out some way of having a double hinge on here, so they'll fold out this way as well, and then that could be the center part of the bed. So I could fold out there, down. I'm not sure how I'll do it really, but there might be a way of doing it. And then obviously when it folds up, they'll fold down in, and they'll be done with that. So yeah, that's it for today. So I was going to scrap the idea of doing this bed. I thought it was getting a little bit too ambitious. There was too many hinges everywhere. But I've persevered, and this is what I've come up with now. So I've put hinges here now in the front, and that is sort of as I had planned to a certain extent. I've had to redo this part here because when it's lifted up, it wasn't folding in as far as I liked. So I'll come down here. So I've put hinges here on the three legs. And like I said, that bit there, that bit down there, I don't know, I can't really show it properly here. Hang on, if I lift up from here, that piece there was catching down there, so I've had to cut that piece out just to accommodate that, so it'll fold down there. So now all I need to do is do the seat part, the top part to go in the seat, and the sides, but I think that should be relatively straightforward. I was going to do two separate parts for the seat. Let's fold it back down again. I was going to do one part of the seat there and then the other part there, but I might just do it all as one piece that'll fold up as well. It might be easier. Yeah, I don't know. Watch this space. Right, now we've moved on now another couple of days, and as you can see, I've started putting in the shower cubicle. Now I've done that now because I just want to sanity check everything, make sure everything fits in properly, and it does. It's all okay. So I'm happy with my bench seat. So now all I need to do today now is copy this for that side. So basically just mirror everything on that side to put to this side. The only difference being I'll have to do something here to put for the battery. I'll just have to change a few bits around down there, but generally speaking, yeah, I'll just copy everything from there to there. So this hinge is one of the most tricky bits to do. Well, it's tricky for me, not having the knowledge or the tools. Yeah, so that's that hinge there. So I've got basically two pieces. So I've got the piece that goes there, cut out that piece, and then a matching piece for that side, and the piece cuts out there as well, and then round them out a bit, and take a little nip off there, and the same on the bottom of the other one, just so they can sit in there a little bit easier. I've taken the base bit off the jigsaw just to make this a little bit easier. Well, it's not easy for this particular bit, but when I'm taking the corners off, it's easier for that bit. I have to do it left-handed, hold that down with that hand, and not cut my hand off. then in from this side. Got a clamp to try and make this bit a bit easier. Not pretty, but it's done the job, kind of. And then I'll just a friend of mine came round the other day to give me a hand, and he lent me this trestle table and this pocket hole jig. And man, what a difference, just a few little bits of that, what a difference they make. Especially this pocket hole jig, this is brilliant. You just zip through them so easily. Compared to the little one I did have. The little one I did have works okay. Like I said, just having the proper gear makes things so much easier. Right, let's put on these. So, bolt and washer. Little washer there on the inside. That through there. Another bolt on there. Nut on the end, and now let's make sure this is. If I've got the hole right here in the wrong place by a couple of mil out, obviously the length of this will be wrong. So hopefully I've measured correctly. That is that's 56 mil. And if I measure it on this side, we are 56. Excellent. Well done, Ivor. Give yourself a pat on the back. Doesn't happen very often. So I've got all my frame done there, and I'm happy with that. It looks a little bit wonky still at the moment, but that's just because nothing is bolted down or secured in properly. So what I'm going to do now is just put some riv nuts, riv nut it in here, and then everything will all settle down better and fall into place then. So yeah, so I'm just going to put a few riv nuts in, and yeah, that'll be it for the moment then with the benches. Right, so move on now another week. This video is taking for ages because from the beginning of the video is probably about 3 weeks ago to this stage. So today we are just putting in the tops of the benches, the lids, if you like. I've done one of them there. I'm just about to cut out the other one. Mandy over here is cutting out or just varnishing the back bits. Then there's going to be hinges on these pieces and these pieces for the lids. So like I've said, this video is dragging on and on, so I'm going to end the video here. I'll show you. So what I've done, I'm going to give this another coat. I'm going to give this another coat of varnish to match in with that. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do at the front, whether I'm going to varnish it like those or paint it like those, or maybe put on some carpet like this or some vinyl adhesive. I'm not really sure yet. I haven't secured these down yet, but the hinges will be along the top here, that will open up like so. So then we've got storage in here that we can get at. And then if we want to lift it up and put it into, I can lift up like that. I'll probably get some sort of hook or something maybe to go in here that, you know, it'll just hook around there just to keep it all when it's up, keep it up and keep it secure. Yeah, and then that will just come back down. You'll notice there's a lip along here because for the bed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have slats. So the slats will go down the middle. So which is why there's this bit here. But the cushions are going to come over that. So when the cushions come over, you won't really see, and obviously this will be painted and the top will be painted, so you won't really see it, but the cushions will cover that edge. So that is the plan. And then the end here, I'm just going to have an end panel which will just clip on to the end here, which can just clip off and just put in behind there for when this is in the up position. So that's it. Right, well, thanks for watching. I hope that was useful to give you some ideas, or, well, from me, see how not to do it. And I'm sure in any more videos I do, you'll see it finished and see it when we got the cushions and when we got it all painted and, yeah, and all completed. Right, anyway, bye for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.